expected for this particular premiere, so if you have any items, please store them under your seat. Please not put them on the chairs. Also, if you have any oversized items such as cosplay props that will probably obstruct the view or even general traffic, there is open space available near the AV desk for temporary storage.
Empty right now, but this will be jam-packed once again, the same as yesterday. This is the morning of day 3 here at Anime Expo 2014, lining up for the official Viz Media Sailor Moon panel. And actually they're showing us what's gonna happen here. They're gonna have voice cast announcements, the original episodes 1 and 2 with a brand new dub sneak peek, questions, Q&A, and wrapping it up with the first episode of Sailor Moon Crystal, which I will not going to do a recording here. So today is the streaming for Sailor Moon Crystal, so if you have not checked that out, please do so. It's available on Neon Alley, Hulu, and all that good stuff. Right now they're showing us just the teaser trailer. We've seen this one already. So again, I'm not going to do a full episode for Crystal here, but the rest of the panel are. So I'd say around 5-10 minutes we'll be starting. Yesterday was jam-packed as well with the original English cast.
Once again, we're expecting a full house for this particular premiere, so please fill in seats starting from the front and working your way back. No seat reservations are permitted. If you have anyone with disability, such as wheelchair or other issues, please consult the AVS for proper seating.
And just for a heads up, they give away a lot of these too outside the right by the door actually. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's coming out November. First set. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just don't want to step on your stuff, that's why.
Please do not run, please walk. Thank you. Also, once again, if you have any items, please store them under your seat. And if they are oversized, such as cosplay props, temporary storage is available near the AV desk.
So again, I'm going to do the entire panel, but not Crystal full episode here. So just a heads up here for those tuning in. So we will start as I start recording. So the hashtag is Moon Panel. And apologies because the lights are still open. Yeah, this one's a better view actually. Here we go, 2 minutes. We're breaking it all right. I'll bet you this, they'll be breaking mine soon. So we'll start in a few. Those 2 minutes should be up right now. Here we go. Away we go.
Welcome to the official Sailor Moon panel. Thank you everyone who came to make it. Those of you who are still being seated, please hurry because you're about to miss some epicness. Oh my gosh. Before we get started, I wanted to let you know, for anybody who couldn't make it, we are simulcasting live on Simul TV and on Ustream on the Anime Cons Industry channel. So let's give them a round of applause for making this available. To start off, before we reveal a whole lot of goodness, we have some special people I want to bring up to wave and say hi for a picture. We have the 90s dub cast of Sailor Moon. Please come up.
They're back for more. They are so back. Nice.
Give them a big round of applause.
He got the roast.
Give it up one more
Nice.
time. Thank you guys so much for making it and for being a part of so many people's childhoods. So, thank you.
Yes.
All
Myself
right.
included.
Well, if you guys like, we have seats for you if you want to come watch, and we will see you later. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Come on, scream real loud.
They're coming back later.
Yay! Well, see, we're getting off to a good start. Well, you know, I guess it was a little rude. I haven't introduced myself yet.
No, you haven't.
Yeah. I will be hosting this panel. I am the Senior Manager of Animation Marketing for Viz Media. I am Charlene Ingram, and I am in charge of bringing all this glitter and sparkles to you everywhere. But I am but a wee part of Sailor Moon. We also have with us, who's going to come up, the Dub Associate Producer, Mr. Josh Lopez. You know him from his work on Bleach, Kay, and Tiger and Bunny. So stand right here, Josh. We got some more people coming. Are you excited?
Very.
I know, right? Only the best for Sailor Moon. What could this be?
Oh, here we go. Brace yourselves.
What could this be? Now we're going to do
Cast
something
announcements.
legendary, and this whole panel is full of legendary goodness for all of you. Now, when each of our cast members is revealed, we will be bringing up a very special cosplayer. As some of you know, we had 2 teams of cosplayers specifically selected and approved by Japan to be escorts and ambassadors for our Sailor Moon events here at Anime Expo. So yes,
And specifically
they are
Takeuchi-san.
fabulous ladies and gentlemen who love Sailor Moon so much. They made all of their own costumes and they worked together as teams to make it happen. So these are some of the most dedicated fans. I know you met some of them when you came in to get your posters.
Yes.
So they're going to be coming up one by one. We're going to have the cast stand up here in a row, and after they wave hi, we're going to sit down and then watch some anime. Sound good?
Woo, woo. Let's go.
This cast is a mix of anime favorites, anime newcomers, and people who are famous for other animation and other things. So there's lots of surprises here. And for some of our cast members, it's their first time at an AnimeCon.
Really? Curious to see who.
When you hear the Sailor Guardians, I want you to cheer really, really loud for them because this is their very first welcome. Can you do that? All right, let's get started with the Sailor Guardian of Love.
Sailor Venus. Charming. Oh, sorry.
Give her a big round of applause.
Charming.
Now we have the power of thunder and lightning.
Who will it be? Look at it, see who it is.
Sailor Jupiter, Makoto Kino is played by Amanda Miller. Give her a big round of applause.
Okay,
Now
much
we
better.
have, representing a little bit of fire,
Sailor Mars.
Regino is played by Christina Let's hear it for Christina.
3 down, 2 to go.
Now, knocking people down with the power of ice, we have Sailor Mercury.
Who's Sailor Moon?
We have a lot of beautiful ladies.
We're about to find out right now.
Let's bring out a gentleman.
Oh, wait a minute. Before that.
With a single red rose, covering Shiva tuxedo mask, it's none other than Mr. Robbie Damon. Give Robbie a big round of applause, guys.
There he is.
Let me do a count real quick. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5.
Oh, that's all, right?
No! You need one more.
6. Okay. You are? No. We have one more. Are you ready?
Let's go. Let's go.
Are you ready?
Coming up right now. Stephanie. Oh, wow, it's Stephanie.
Stand up here for just one more moment. We have a few more people who just got cast. We're gonna announce for you. Are you
Oh,
ready?
boy.
They're not gonna be coming up to the stage, but if you're in the audience, I want them to stand up and wave, okay?
All right.
We have Luna, played by Michelle Brown.
Artemis Johnny
Danielle Nicole, Lumina, Mr. Van Diskin, Usagi's Mama's Tara Black, Benji Skinos, Keith Silverstein, and Shingo Skino is Nicholas Roy. But wait, there's more! We have our villains! We have Cindy
Cindy.
Robinson,
And here are the Nuggetverse Generals.
Ned Bryant, Liam O'Brien, Zoe Sides is Lucian Dodge, Kun Sides is Patrick Sides, our voice director is Suzanne Goldish, producer James
No surprise, it's still in Studiopolis.
Recording at Studiopolis in Burbank, California.
No surprise, it's Studiopolis. So there you have it.
Let's give your official Sailor Moon master Thank you all so much. Please, let's be seated. I love you, son. All the fields, guys, all the fields. So what do you think of the new cast? Well,
Two
as
thumbs
good
up
as
from
they
me.
look, they sound even better. So are you ready to watch the world premiere of the All right, you guys are the first to see it. So I'm going to step off stage and enjoy the show. After the premiere, we're going to come back up for some more special announcements, a Q&A session, audience questions, and because you guys are here for this panel, you guys are going to get to see Sailor Moon Crystal first.
Yeah. Like I mentioned before, I'm not going to do Crystal.
We got the room till noon, so
But-
you get to see just like all this.
Not going to record Crystal here, but
Have some great questions. Have a good time. Cheer for your favorite parts. You guys are a part of anime history. All right, let's roll the episodes.
you got a big sneak peek right here. So guys, enjoy.
running back, because unfortunately we had that technical snafu. We're really sorry about that. But he's actually going to go get the raw time code version of episode 1, and we're going to watch it later. So he's running with all of his might to come save Christmas.
I think we should have a panel after that.
So when he comes back with his laptop, no cue at all. Just scream hysterically for him and freak him out. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Like really shake him up. It will be awesome. But yes, we'll get to see everything. So did you like episode 2? This is the very first time episode 2 has been dubbed.
I got a new snippets for it, but they wouldn't let me do the whole thing.
In English, and man, that Umino, he's quite a dude. So if we could switch back to the laptop, please. Pretty please, yay! All right, now I've got some special announcements for you.
Oh, okay. Before we get to...
First of all, we're going to go through the rundown of the day's activities.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So, starting
got
here
it.
at the end of the panel, you're going to get to watch Sailor Moon Crystal.
Yeah, it's here. Not gonna do the one here.
Did anybody here stay up till 3 in the morning to watch it last night? Yes! None of us got any sleep! I don't know about you, but I was crying, and if you haven't seen it yet, or if you have, you're gonna, the emotions, I hope you brought tissues. So,
oh my gosh,
if you want to watch
I can
Crystal
imagine.
again after this panel, you can head over to video 1. We're going to be showing Sailor Moon Crystal episode 1. At 1 o'clock in Entertainment Hall Autographs area, you're going to have a chance to get the autograph of all the official cast on an exclusive cardstock poster.
So just a heads up, we only recorded portions for the second episode because they wouldn't let me record the full episode. But
and you're going to get a picture of the complete.
You already saw a few snippets of it already.
So if you want a Super Sailor Moon complete sheet, bring your camera.
So once the rival episode 1 here, I'm going to stop here again and we'll...
PM, I see a lot of Sailor Moon cosplayers in the audience.
Yes.
So, Sailor Moon needs your help. Only you can help. We are going to try to get the world's largest Sailor Moon cosplay gathering. So big, they had to put it in main events. So, 3:15, be there. Feel free to line up a little bit before, but you got to get in the room quickly because the big photo is at 3:30 p.m. sharp. And everyone who goes to that gathering, we're going to be using that footage on the brand new Sailor Moon Blu-rays.
Pretty neat.
So yeah, it's kind of a thing. So definitely be there. Also, around the con, some of you completed our Sailor Moon stamp rally. If you haven't yet, this is what you can get for the stamp rally prize. The memorial coin only given out at Anime Expo. And if you buy something at the Biz booth, you can select the Sailor Moon bag as a gift with purchase. It's pretty cool. Huh? Go to the Biz booth and see the Sailor Guardians, and they will send you on a very important mission to defeat the Dark Kingdom.
Hey, simple as that, right?
Stalked her after all these years, and she's gotten really angry after 20 years of not doing anything. She's she's got some pent-up stuff going on. Sailor Guardians need your help to kind of squish that down. But we also have in the dealership our friends at Bluefin Tamashii Nations. They have the Sailor Moon Figure Art Zero, the Proplica Moon Stick. These are available at their booth this weekend. So fancy. And they also have, wait for it, they have the Figure Art Sailor Moon, Sailor Mercury, Sailor Mars, and Sailor Venus. They're at booth 511. And after the Sailor Moon Day awesome events, you can meet them at 5 p.m. in LP3, just down the hall, and you can hear more about new exciting Sailor Moon figures. Pretty cool stuff. Now, this is okay.
Here we go.
I gotta tell you some special things about our DVD Blu-ray release plans. So, yeah, this just got decided. Some of this stuff just came in. You guys are gonna hear it first.
Ooh, okay.
Lily's plans. Do you want to hear it?
Let's go. Let's go.
Here we go. You're going to get set 1 is going to be 1 through 23 remastered with an 88-page full-color booklet in a premium chipboard box, 6 discs, $79.98 SRP, and it comes
November 11th.
Yeah.
It's a combo pack too.
Now, look for your favorite retailer. $79.98 is the SRP, but you can find it cheaper just about everywhere. Again, that is the first half of Sailor Moon Season 1. Episodes 1 through 23 on Blu-ray, DVD combo pack, because standard DVD is also available. But I'm going to show you why you really want to get the LE. I have a white mock-up of what the box will look like. If it looks a little generic, because we're still really early in the process, but just bear with me. You're going to get a premium chipboard box, 88-page iBook, 2-sided case. It's not going to be one of those eco-types, so it's not going to have the recycle symbol. 3 Blu-rays, 3 DVDs, box art coming soon. The premium chipboard box is going to be shimmery, but here's where, if you thought I was running around crazy before during this episode, you should have seen me late last night. Because we got some amazing news from Japan. As you know, everything that we are doing for Sailor Moon for this release is made with love, and everything is being approved by Sensei. So yes, so everything is handled with tender loving care, and we got the shimmery box art approved last night. So I'm going to show it to you. It's just a flat image, but here it is.
Simple.
It's a flat image, so it really doesn't convey the majesty that's going to happen, and the sparkles only do so much.
Right.
This is going to be, this is a premium, really sturdy chipboard box with rainbow hollow foil on it that has a shimmer effect that starts from the bottom up to the top, and the corners are the full knockout rainbow hollow foil stamp. So yeah, so it is designed to hold all of Season 1. Part 1 fits in there, and there is a space to fit Part 2 when it comes out. This will be the first box in a series of 5, so they will all match. You'll see Sailor Moon, Sailor Moon R, Sailor Moon S, Sailor Moon Surprise, and Star Wars.
Yes, they're releasing this, if you don't know yet, on half-season sets.
Will feature that seasons for Usagi, her magical brooch, and it will all be very shimmery and fit for a moon princess. I'm really excited. Isn't this a good-looking box, guys? But wait, there's more. We have an exclusive gift with purchase item with our friends at Right Stuff that I also have a picture for it. You will be able to get a 1.5-inch really heavy metal coin gold tone that has Usagi's brooch on the front, and it has her transformation phrase, Moon Prison Power Make Up! So while this is a big heavy coin, you will be able to fit it in your LE box with your discs.
Nice.
Or you can display it. So it'll be the first of a series of 5. But they will only be available while supplies last, so pre-order early. We're making a limited number of these coins, and you can get them at Right Stuff when Right Stuff makes their orders live. So you want to check rightstuff.com, check the internet. I know as soon as we find when the orders launch, all of us will be getting on the Twitter and squeeing about it. Oh, our lovely Right Stuff friend said, yes, if you go to Right Stuff, there is a mailing list you can sign up for, and they will tell you exactly when it will be ready. Oh, so cool. Now, something special. Now it is time to bring back our cast.
Yeah. All right, here we go. So tune in for the time moment.
Come on up and find your place.
So again, didn't record the entirety of episode 2, but you get a few snippets for a little bit of the English preview. And of course after this it's Sailor Moon Crystal. Okay, you got at least a half-an-hour panel. When this is all said and done, Crystal's next. So let's see. We got the new cast coming in.
They have extra name cards. Yes, please sit down. Usagi is always Usagi. All right, let's give them another round of applause. Musical chairs, yeah, just reach down this. Oh, put her on there.
Oh.
So many Sailor Guardians.
Yay.
All right, we'll let our lovely cosplayers sit back down. We're not ready for audience questions yet, so it's not quite time to line up, so please sit down. We have a couple of questions first. We're gonna get you guys started with some awesome Q&A. So this question is for everybody on the panel. So how did you first discover Sailor Moon? Whoever wants to start?
Sure, go down the line. No. Oh, just now. I don't even remember. I seriously don't remember. I feel like it's like always been there. Is that strange? No. Yeah, I can't. I mean, it was just always existed in my universe. I don't remember like when I discovered it. Seriously.
My brother was watching it on TV and I was maybe 6 or 7, but I remember it distinctly because it was unlike anything I'd ever seen, the animation style, the music, and that was the first time I saw Sailor Moon.
I remember when I was a kid, people were watching it in school, and so that was the first time I discovered it, but this was my introduction to anime. This and Pokemon and DBZ, and I thought that those 3 shows were anime.
Yes.
So when I started doing voice acting work, I was like, wait, there's more shows? I thought it was just Sailor Moon and DBZ. This is crazy. But that was, I mean, like Stephanie said, it just always existed, and I thought, like, this is anime. Sailor Moon is it. So that was my epitome of anime.
You guys will have to share microphones. There's only a few.
So, Sailor Moon was one of those things that I had seen a lot, but I didn't understand it because I saw it when I lived in Germany because my dad was in the Air Force. So I remember I would sit there and I'd watch it, I had no idea what was going on, I just knew it was like amazing. And like the first episode I saw, I was so confused, I'm like there's a future, there's this and that, like, and so I was intrigued by the shows, and finally when I moved back to the States was when Toonami was coming out.
Oh yeah.
I would just sit there. It was so amazing. Like I used to play it in my backyard all the time, and I played as Jupiter, so this is insane.
This is the first time I've seen it, because
Really?
I'm old. So when these guys were watching it on TV, I was probably doing things I shouldn't be talking about. But you guys did a great job. Didn't they do a great job? You're so funny. And is that Ben? It's the Ben. You're such a nut. We love you. But I thought this was great, so yeah, I'm glad it's happening.
I think the first time I saw it was in college. I think that's when I kind of figured it out. Like freshman year of college, I first saw anime for the first time, and like most guys my age, it was DBZ. And it's like, we were in the dorms, and it came on, and my roommates were like, you have to see this, it's freaking crazy. And so you walk by, and you're like, oh, this is wild, and then you can't stop watching it. He's doing screaming and all this stuff. And then his buddy was like, yeah, but do you know about Sailor Moon? What's Sailor Moon? And then the same thing, a bunch of like 18-year-old dudes sitting around drinking beer going like, yeah, Moon's hero!
You know, a friend of mine in college, a male friend, had Usagi's bedsheets.
Wow.
Woo, it's kind of amazing. Now, I just wanted to say real quick, since we got to watch episode 2, which is really Umino at his finest, we happen to have Ben Diskin came to just watch the episode. Can you just stand up and wave?
Fans in the audience.
He's got the glasses and everything. Yeah, I first heard the recording of that. I was like, man, Emino's a jerk. Man, that guy. Yeah. Wow, so you all had great experiences with Sailor Moon. Now we're going to talk about a little bit about what we just watched. We go back to the presentation. So, what was it like for each of you throughout the casting process? I know things were a little special this time with trying to keep all of you guys under wraps. So, tell us what it was like for you. It's a question for everyone.
Okay, so I received the audition, and I immediately went to my boyfriend and was like, Tracy, I got the audition for Sailor Moon, I can't believe it. He said, why are you crying? I don't know. But, so I auditioned, and I did get a call back, and I just tried to kind of forget about it after that, and it worked out.
I got the email for the audition, and I freaked out, much like you did, and I was on my way to a convention, and they needed the auditions by the deadline, so I recorded the audition in my car. So when I got the call back, they were like, can we try to make the audio quality like a little bit better? I'm like, yeah, because it was rough. It was in my car, on my iPhone. And then I did the callback, and I was actually in Texas because I was getting married earlier this year, and I actually found out that I was cast in Sailor Moon when I was driving to my rehearsal dinner. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is my wedding present! So I like showed up, and I'm getting ready to go rehearse getting married, and I was like, I have something that I can't tell anyone here, but this is so cool! You guys will find out later, it'll be great. Yeah, it was really, really special. It was very exciting.
Thank you.
Who's next?
Yeah, for me it was, I remember it was the first image of Sailor Moon Crystal was released that day. And I was so excited. I was like nerding out about it on Facebook. Like, look guys, for Crystal. And then later that day I went hiking and I like checked my phone and they're like, you have an audition. And they're like, it's for this show. And then like it didn't say in the email, but in the sides, it's like Sailor Moon, Sailor Mars, Sailor Mercury. And I was like, and so I just kind of like, what's happening? Because I thought I didn't think they were bringing it to LA. I thought they were recording it somewhere else, and I didn't think I'd get an audition. So when I did, I recorded for all of them, like even Cooking Barrel and stuff. Like I just had to go through all of it, and I recorded it in my closet, and then I didn't hear anything for like 2 months. And I'm like, okay, I didn't get it. And they're like, hey, are you available for AX if anything were to happen? And then they like taunted me with that for like 2 weeks. And then they're like,
Sorry about that.
Because I was like, does that mean I have it? Is it getting close? And then they said, okay, you're in the show. I'm like, great. And then it was another couple of weeks before I figured out who. So I'm like, am I Luna? Am I? So they were like, oh, your character, Sailor Jupiter, hasn't come in yet. And I was like, I use my hands a lot. Anyway.
Much like all the other girls, I got the audition sides, and I was like, oh, I know what this is, and I was like, oh, but I tried not to get too excited or put too much pressure or you know, make it too much anything. So, you know, I did my auditions, and then it was a while, and then I got an email from Jamie, and he was like, can you come in for a callback? And I was like, I'm in Hawaii, and I was so bummed. And I couldn't come in for a callback, and I was like, oh, I didn't know what it was for. And then I was like, oh, I guess that's it. But then he was like, don't worry about it. I don't think we need a callback. And so, and then when he told me that, he told me I got cast and to save AX, but he never told me what character. And because I know that this property is a big deal, there's extreme NDA, like I was like afraid to even ask, you know? So, and even, I think like when Robbie and I realized we're on the same show, we never said the title. we were just like, oh, the thing with the thing, like, and we go around, like, speaking in codes, and on the project that you just auditioned for, then called in for the have to be available for X, you know, that one. And he never told me until I was in the studio recording, I think, some Naruto, and my first session for this was the next day, and he goes, oh, by the way, did I tell you who you're playing? And I was like, no. And then he was like, oh, you got to, and I was like, oh, wow. It was very, oh, wow, okay. I did that. I was like, oh my gosh. It's crazy.
I bumped into Stephanie when, like she said, we were talking about it, and I have to tell you now, I lied to you, because I knew who I was. They said you were super secret about it, so I was super secret about it. And I don't know.
Did you know who I was?
Maybe.
I told you he was smooth, guys.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I know a lot of you, I think several of you I'm friends with on Facebook. I remember Christina, like after you found out, you were screened on Facebook, and I just said, I hope you like red. So any other cool audition stories? Oh yeah, we have Kate.
I don't know, but it's not cool.
Oh, no.
You're cool, it's kind of your thing, it's your element, being cool, you know, ice and stuff.
Oh, there you go.
So,
Okay, well then, I just sent in the audition. I didn't have to go with all that. I am Sailor Virgin.
Okay, this much. Nothing beats Karen.
wow, great. So we have one other question. Go back to the question. So how are you like your respective characters?
Very cool.
We know Kay is cool as ice.
Right.
Yeah, ice cold. So how are you? How are you like your Sailor Guardian?
I am cool. Some people say cold. A little nutty, but very smart.
Yes, she is.
Very smart. I think that's why Jamie cast me. No, I'm kidding. Grounded. I'm so grounded. That's what it is. I might not be that much like her. I think I'm a little weirder, like Sailor Moon, but I'm smart, so. I'm being that character, I'm smart. Isn't she kind of just my voice? It's lower right now just because I'm cool. In case I didn't tell you that. But, well, the audition said that, you know, they give us a description of the character, and so mostly for Mercury it said smart, grounded, keeps everybody kind of on task, but a little bit shy. So Stephanie and I were talking about how she said she went too shy with it. So I just kind of, you know, was this person who's smart, and I'm going to talk to you like, you know, I might not know anything, but really I know everything. You know? So I'm going to let you down easy.
So, I think that me and Ray are similar in the fact that we kind of, I don't want to say two personalities because that sounds like something else, but she does really show her true personality to only a select few people, I feel like, and after you've known her for a while. But I think we have that in common, and I really like that she's very spiritual and grounded that way, and I feel like that's also the kind of person that I am. And I like to set things on fire.
That's right.
Don't give her matches, seriously. It's been a thing.
I think, like, inwardly, I'm like Usagi because I'm, like, I try not to show it, but I'm really obsessed with boys and food. And my weight. But I try to keep that all hidden. And I am a klutz.
I'm a lot like Sailor Jupiter because we both both were the tallest kid in our class. I was like 5'7" when I was in 5th grade. And, like, I played soccer on all the boys' teams. Like, not boys' teams, but it was mostly boys. I did play hockey on a boys' team. I was the goalie. So, you know, I definitely have the tomboy aspect, and I love Greek. But also, what I loved about the character was that she was very tough, but she was also equally as feminine. So, like, she was just so, like, you know, I like to ice skate. I like to, you know, nerd out over cute boys, and, like, you know, so I just love that about her, and I, like, feel like we both share that. Like, we're both feminine, but we're also kick your butt.
It's really hard for me to pick just like a few select words to describe Venus, and I think that's something that we have in common because on some days I'm like a nutcase, and then on some days I'm super girly, and then on some days I like am really sassy. You probably shouldn't mess with me because I might say some hostile things, but it's all in fun. So I guess in that way, when I started to hear like, well, what is like the one thing about Venus? I'm like, well, there isn't like one thing about Venus. She's kind of well-rounded, and like you don't know what you're gonna get all the time, but she's always gonna do it with love. So I guess that's kind of similar to me in a sense, which has been pretty fun. So. Oh, I love you. Thank you.
I love to be surrounded by women.
Oh my gosh.
I come from a theater background, so I think like on the tuxedo mask part, that's easy. He's fun, he's theatrical, he's definitely like a little, I mean, he's got a cape. So that part of it was kind of easy. And then, I don't know, I love to tease. I like to tease people. I know, it's, and I just kind of like to poke fun at my friends and that sort of thing, but in a loving kind of way. And I think that's a lot of what he does, at least in the first season. He just comes in, teases her, and in a caring way, and then saves the day. Ooh, I wish that was more like me, but that's it.
Hold on a minute here. Speaking of,
poor thing. And yeah, so that's what everyone's a little bit like their character. That's so cool. Yeah. So now we have time, a little bit of time for some. We go back to the presentation, please.
I think we have time for it.
Audience questions.
There you go. Here we go.
We only have time for a few questions. Please see our lovely tuxedo mask. Whisper gently into his ear what you want to ask. We have time for just a few questions.
A few questions before we go to Crystal.
Watch Sailor Moon Crystal, and then I see Josh here.
You can see
Josh
Crystal on the
right after
on Hulu, Neon Alley. We're screaming right now. We're getting Crystal set up in a moment, so for now.
Not just yet. Going to answer some questions, watch some Crystal, and then watch episode 1. Sound good?
That's a deal.
All right. So, what is our first question?
So I'm actually going to end the panel after the Q&A.
I run an anime review show called The American Anime Otaku, so please check that show out. But my question is, how excited were you to actually be able to take the classic show and revamp it for everybody the way it was meant to be shown?
Well, I think everybody is very excited about it. From Viz's point of view, I think it's time for one of the absolute greatest anime of all time to be remastered for Blu-ray, finally uncut, finally done the way it was
supposed to be.
True to the Japanese version. So,
yes.
I don't know about you guys. I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Yeah, November can't come fast enough. All right. I love your hair.
Thank you. Hi, Mom. I'm doing that.
Oh.
So my question is, you know, Sailor Moon is such an emotionally weighted series. I mean, look at all these people who love the show, love the comic, love, you know, the live action show from 10 years ago. You know, it means so much to so many people, you know, myself included, obviously. So my question is, to come on and be the new voices and the sort of the new faces for the old show and the new show, what do you find the most daunting and like challenging about picking up this legacy, and what do you find the most liberating?
I actually feel like this show is I don't know, I feel like I'm watching it for the first time when I'm recording. I don't feel like I've ever seen any of the episodes. I guess the dialogue's different, it's not cut.
Right.
And I'm doing my Mars. I don't think about the other actress who's already been, you know, the Japanese actress, and I trust the director, and she leads me where I need to go.
I lost my train of thought.
Perfect casting.
Okay, I had something profound too. What I was going to say is that, yes, I think the most difficult thing is if I think too much about what it means and the significance and the importance and so much love and all this, then it's too crazy and I freak out and I'm like, oh, haters, like that. But, so I try not to think about that, and I try to just be true to what I'm doing. And the most awesome thing about working on this project is everybody here and everybody is like, they all love this property and they just want it to be really great. And so it's very, in that way, it's very liberating and not limiting, because they're letting us play, you know, and they're letting us kind of explore. Yeah, so that's my answer.
And we should give a shout out to our director.
Yeah! Oh yes, Susie's here!
Yeah, and she's like you said, like you are your character in that moment with the guidance of the director. So in terms of in the moment, any weight or baggage, you know, whatever, that doesn't exist, at least not for me. I'm sure not for anybody, or we wouldn't be able to act. But it's an honor. Gosh, I didn't know it was so huge. This is pretty amazing. So.
It's definitely very daunting when you are aware of it and when it shaped your childhood. Like Sailor Moon taught me that girls can save the world too, and that was so profound for me. So like, it was very daunting to be like, oh, I'm gonna play this character, but it's also liberating because I've had years of practice in my backyard. But it is a little daunting because I'm still very insecure, and I'm like, I hope people like it. And then also the comparisons, you know, between like, oh, the old dub was better, and I wanted to take a picture with Susan Roman because I listened to her as Sailor Cuber. So there is a little bit of worry there for me of like, people are gonna be like, you suck, she was better, or whatever. It's a new dub.
It's the beginning of a new legend. All you Sailor Jeremy fans get that reference.
It's super, super exciting. Just because like we all watched it, but like we said, I can't like walk in there and think and be like, if I say this line wrong, then thousands and thousands of people are going to hunt me down and murder me. Like I would go crazy. So I have tried to think about it and say, when I started working on it, I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever, because I got to watch it when I was a kid, but I have cousins that are 7 and 10, and they're girls. And like she said, this is a show that I thought, so girls can be beautiful and save the world at the same time? You don't have to be put in a box? Like there's a full-rounded character of what a girl is. You don't have to pick one or the other. So that's what I loved about the show, and I'm like, this is so cool. I get to be a part of showing it to my younger cousins so that they can see what I saw when I was a kid, and that's a very liberating, exciting thing to be a part of. So if I just like hold on to that and trust that our director and this cast and everybody is pushing this project with so much love, I don't think it can go wrong from that aspect. So.
They said it all. Yeah. You go in and do your best and do your job and try to honor the source material. The source material's so good and it's right there in front of you, and you get to be a part of that. And I think you got to put all the other stuff aside, just like everybody else said, and just enjoy the challenge.
Thank you very much.
All right, now we only have time for 2 more really quick questions, or we won't have time to watch Crystal. So, all right. So, yes, please.
I guess on my toes. This will be fast. I know that we already heard Stephanie do her transformation cry. I was wondering if you could hear the other girls do their cries in their voices.
Oh, a preview. Let's see it.
Not everyone has recorded yet.
Oh, okay.
So,
do it anyway.
So, I think we should just let our leading lady do it. Huh?
Which call out do you want? You want the main transformation?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, okay. Looks like we're not. Okay, so the 4 didn't record theirs yet. Got it.
Our final question, Serenity and Endymion. So nice to see you.
So to find the inspiration for your voices just in practicing, did you at all study any of the works from the previous voice actors for English or even the Japanese?
That's a good question, actually.
For research only, right? Research only.
I mean, for enjoyment. I also bought the Sailor V codename manga.
I've heard it in so many different dubs because I saw it first in German and in French at my grandparents' house. So it's like I've heard like every version of Makoto there. Not every version, but like it's interesting to hear. They all have certain similarities, but some of them are completely different. So I'm going to try to take the core traits of her, but bring myself to it as well. So.
I actually had to wake up at 4 a.m. to record the audition because I was already traveling and it was a crazy day. But so I didn't go back and listen to any of them. And what I just did was I knew the voice type she had, and so I really just focused on the acting, on the attitude.
I listened to a few things, but there have been several voice actresses.
Yes.
So, and I knew that I assumed that they weren't going for a voice match show. It was mostly attitude and kind of like range of like tonal range and whatnot. I went more off of the Japanese.
Yeah, you just said, oh, unless they say like a voice match, then I don't ever listen. Because then you will kind of start to maybe do some of that when it isn't natural for you. So I just go off the description and just kind of be that person. Yeah.
All right. Well, guess what, everyone? It's time to watch Sailor Moon Crystal.
We're going to enjoy Crystal. That is it from me. See you later.
Meet them in person, so be there. So what we're going to do now, we're going to watch Crystal, episode 1, subtitle, and then on Josh's magic machine here, we're going to watch episode 1 of their lovely work. So you guys are free to go. Now, if you could roll Sailor Moon Crystal, episode 1.
So we'll enjoy Crystal in episode 1 of the original. That's it from me. See you guys later.
Thank you guys so much.